was when we did the Voices of Insight training that I finally understood what led me to the point of I just didn't want to be here anymore. I wanted peace. I wanted to be out of physical pain and emotional pain, and I wanted my family to be safe because I was the object of the bullying and the harassment and the punishment. And it was when it happened after I had a work accident.
She used to say that she never felt part of the family anymore, and that used to make us very sad because we had two young children, and David, I think, was around about 10 or 11 when it all first started, and Ashley was about 9 or 10. When we were married, Anne had the most beautiful eyes, full of life, full of vigour, wanted to just experience life. And I get all emotional when I talk about it now because she started to lose that and her eyes became dead. And I used to think to myself, this is my wonderful wife is being destroyed systematically here. And what with the kids, they didn't understand. At the first sign of feeling down, at the first sign, go and find someone that you can talk to, that you feel confident in being able to talk to them. Not all health professionals are good to talk to. Sometimes you need someone just outside, whether if you're religious, a minister or someone outside of but a friend who you can be trusted to sit in that talk and understand. But the first sign of it, don't let it fester, because when it festers, it just grows bigger and darker and darker. And the trouble is we don't realise it's happening to us. So I think the time that you've got to do is to grab hold of that and say, look, I'm going to find someone now. Don't leave it, because if you leave it, it just festers inside you and gets darker and bigger and darker. It just is absolutely horrific in the end. You really just don't know what to do.
I would tell you to take a step back. It's never just one thing when people become suicidal. It's complex, it's complicated. Step back, talk to someone you trust. Not necessarily a doctor, a friend, someone you really know you can talk to. Don't be afraid. Don't think anything's too stupid or too insignificant. Tell them your main. Sometimes kids, they think, oh, I can't say that because it seems silly. Nothing's silly if it's causing pain, if it's causing you to feel that you shouldn't be here anymore. Nothing is that silly, and a good friend will understand. Who saved me were the other patients. Of a night, when the nurses all went in their station, we would sit around and we brought comfort, and we told each other how to survive, what we could do, what strategies, and you could trust them because they were telling you the truth, the reality. It wasn't these fairy stories the staff would tell you. It was honest truth. I made many friends from other people on the wards. They still are not many of us are alive anymore because people tend to die about the age of 58. So I've got a few left. It was those, because we were friends out of hospital, and study. Was never hope, because hope was like gambling to me. It was something I had control over. We were parents.
Yeah.
We had children.
And we had to make sure that they were resilient enough to cope with this. I had one good friend, and he used to sit and listen to me. And because of his sense of humour, it could be a bit dark at times, but funny enough, it was something that made you laugh and took you out of yourself. He used to sit and listen to me, and sometimes he'd get in his lecture mode and he'd know, well, maybe I better move away from this. But most of the time he was so good, he used to just sit and listen to me prattle on.
Oh yeah, my friends from the wards, we had very black humour. Extremely black humour, but that helped you deal with it.
Yeah.
It's that black humour, having been able to well, you know, it's a bit stupid what you're thinking, so...
And
yes.
that's the thing, is to be stupid.
It's that connection
it's-
with
yeah.
someone, with another person, someone who will just give you a hug or sit down and make you a cup of tea, or, you know, have a bit of a laugh with, or you may have a problem you can't solve, and they say, well, have you thought of this? And you think, yeah, that'd work.